What's going on, everybody? Yes, beautiful Sunday. I'm going to bring you a little bit of news about what's happening over here in the States about our selection integrity. But I want to talk a little bit about some of my sources and what we got going on with the convoy, because this actually helps to tie to in what we've got going on over here. Because I know a lot of people are wanting to hear more about the selection integrity, which I do cover that in my videos, but I can't really put it into titles because of the fact that what'll happen is YouTube will throttle that. So just, bear with me on, I'm reporting as much as I can about what's happened in our selection process, because that is a very important key thing. However, this convoy is a very important moving part of the movement that we're trying to get going over here so far as freedom and, getting our voices heard. So these all tie together. So bear with me. I'm reporting all the integrity stuff. A lot of subscribers are wondering, what's going on with that. But there's not like real breaking news, but there's little pieces and parts, and I'll bring that to you here in just a second. But what I would like to talk to you about real quick is I have a trusted source of information that's coming out that I can get right from the inside of the convoy. And this man's name is Jim Torma. He is a freedom fighter. He is a spokesperson and one of the leaders involved in this whole process, what's going on up there. And I get information sent to me from him directly from this man. That's where I've been posting a lot of the pictures of, like, in Ottawa and the Peace Bridge. So a lot of things that I'm getting is coming straight from the source. So if you see that, that's where that's coming from. That's why I can't put a link to it, because it's coming from Jim Torma. And if you look up who this man is, you'll see who I'm talking about. And you'll see in the link that I put in the description for the video, if you'll actually click on that part where you'll see the name for the video, there'll be added links in there, and I always put some in there. So anytime if I don't say it, they're in there. I always put links in there as much as I can if I have the link. So always look in that description for anything extra. With that being said, I will put that link in there to Jim Torma. He is addressing the media, and he's pretty much telling them what's the next plan, what to do, what they're going to do in accordance to what response is being given to them. So if you'll take time and just click on that link and check that video out, it's very informative. You get to see who I'm talking to, and that will help you later on when I do some more of these videos. And I should have some more content coming out. He's a busy man, and he's doing everything he can to get things to me in the middle of all of what he's got going on. But for that being said, let's cover a little bit about what's going on in the States here. And I am very concerned about our integrity. So let that be known, that it is on my plate of things that are very informative. I'll be right back. I've got a, sorry about that. Phone call came in. Matter of fact, that was Jim calling me just now. He's trying to send me videos, but the video is kind of large, so I've got to figure out a way to put that in. So anyways, back to what I was talking about a second ago. So the people picking process is very important to me in here in the States, so I'm covering it as much as I can. Let's talk a little bit about that right quick. The exclusive Georgia Secretary of State Raffensperger promised President Trump his office would address the Brian Gale's 97,000 paper issues. They never did. Instead, they gave pieces of the call that Trump made to the media and claimed that Trump was trying to I can't say that word, the election. So I'll link this. I always look in the descriptions for links, because I always put them in there. And excuse my 11-meter chatter in the background. I'm always listening to the 11-meter band. I'm listening up there to Canada for any kind of trucker chatter. So talk a little bit about this little thing here, and it's just pretty much what we know happened. Brad Raffensperger did something that was really wrong so far as sending those electors in. And then Donald Trump went in there and called him to try to see if he could get something, brought out. Can we figure out what happened? Right now, all we need are these many things that people put in. We know how many actually were there, but we need you to get this many, because I think what Donald Trump was trying to do is trying to save face for this man. If he could just straighten out kind of what was going on, get that certified, that would be less on him. But what he ended up doing was not paying any attention to that at all. Recorded the phone call, chopped it up, and then edited it and sent it out. So like it would be like that made Trump look like he was some sort of like doing something nefarious. I can't really name all the words because YouTube is always like on me about how I word things. But last week, Garland Favorito from Voter GA held a presentation in Georgia showing thousands of papers issued in the state in the 2020 selections that were ignored, discounted, or misrepresented by Secretary of State Raffensperger, so he could certify the state for Joe Biden. The source of these issues was a person that checked the papers hired by the Trump team to perform a review of the Patriot vote. selection results in the state, Brian Gills. And so we know how many that was there. It was definitely we knew, they all knew, and Raffensperger obviously didn't know that was put in there, and he's in a lot of trouble. We're going to find this out. Things are going to definitely work in our favor soon enough. I want people to know that there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes, which you don't hear a whole lot. That's a good thing. There aren't leaks. I promise you, we haven't heard the last of that. And with that being said, there's other things going on as well. Okay, so I will talk a little bit about the Durham investigation. When the Durham investigation, John Durham, everybody thought he was just a made-up figure, somebody there that just for a horse and pony show. But turns out this guy is rocking and rolling. And what's happened is they've been able to tie a lot of the nefarious acts that were said to be what Donald Trump was doing to the Hillary Clinton Foundation. The evidence shows the Hillary team paid tech companies to infiltrate the servers in the Trump Tower and later the Trump White House in an attempt to link Trump to Russia. And we're finding out every day that there was a lot of things there that were just pretty much projection as to what was really going on. This is not surprising. TGP reported on, which is Gateway Pundit, on April 19th. Based on our expert review back in 2019, the Gateway Pundit reported a review of the data pertaining to the accusations of the phony Steele dossier about Trump-Russia bank connections. Discovered the sources used it most likely the same source the FBI used to obtain the FISA warrant to investigate the Trump Alpha bank connection. Sorry about that. My wife cut my hair. Say thanks to, when I see my wife's in the chat, y'all show her a lot of love. I'm 40 years old, y'all. Woo! All right, anyways. The nightmare for President Trump all started back in June 2016 after news broke that the Democratic National Committee had been hacked. A group of prominent computer scientists went on alert. The group of individuals led by Hillary supporters started snooping around the Trump Tower computers to allegedly see if the servers had been hacked. Okay, so that's a big thing, okay? This all will tie in. This will all come right back around, I promise you. So what I'm telling you is good stuff, because we've all known what was supposed to happen in 2016, but something that they did not get their algorithm right. They had no idea that Donald Trump would have made such an impact. But we know what was supposed to happen. You know why Hillary threw that daggone champagne bottle against the wall and wouldn't even come out and do her concession speech, or whatever you want to call that thing, a loser speech. And so the President Trump had got it right. He was being spied on for those who claimed he was not where those were. Sorry, I jumbled that up. President Trump got it right. He was being spied on. Those who claimed he was not were lying political hacks, and he knew this. He was trying to tell people that this was happening. So. And actually, this is another article. I'll link it in here. In a stronger period of time, our country. This crime would have been punishable by death. We would have had like the Nuremberg thing and all with what's going on. And or better yet, when you're a traitor to this extent, a lot of times there is no get vote for these people. But the latest pleading from Special Counsel report Robert Durham provides indisputable evidence that my campaign and presidency were spied on by operatives paid by Hillary Clinton campaign in an effort to develop a completely fabricated connection to Russia. This is a scandal far greater in scope and magnitude than Watergate and those who were involved. And I knew about this spying operation should be subject to criminal prosecution. In a stronger period of time in our country, this crime would have been punishable by death in addition. Reparations should be paid to those in our country who have been damaged by this, like General Michael Flynn and Julian Assange, who has actually had to leave the country because he was actually a leader in that, bringing out a lot of this information. And I remember Obama was trying to get him back over here, and he's like, well, if he didn't do nothing wrong, he'd just come back over here. No, because we know the dual-tier justice system. We know how Julian Assange would be right now. He'd be pushing up daisies if he came back to the United States. He would have like Jeffrey Epstein himself, kind of, you know what I'm saying? But, so, just to know that there are a lot of things in the works. There's a lot of moving parts to all this. John Durham's investigation ties into all this. Jake the Snake Sullivan was right in the middle of Hillary's Trump-Russia collusion lies, and now he's Biden's national security advisor. I mean, okay, you see what's going on here? And this does not go unnoticed. I promise you this much, that things are in the works. So I want to give people a little bit of confidence and a little bit of happiness to know that we're not out here all alone. We're not floating in the water with nobody watching us. We have got things going on left and right. And we've got to, when you're playing 4D chess, you have to wait a little bit to make your move. You can't just put your pawn right there at the beginning because you're going to get kinged. That's checkers, but anyways. So just let you know that I'm working hard and I'm watching for any really good significant news to come out about what's happening in the people picking process. Right now, things are still moving forward. They're at a pace to where I see kind of like a normal investigation is taking place. All we can do is wait and see. But one thing we do is we believe in God. God will bring us the peace that we need, because whatever happens to us doesn't matter, because we have a better place to go to. Okay, so that's the one thing that I really enjoy about this whole process. But anything we can do to make it better while we're here, that's up to us. God doesn't like a lazy person. He's not going to want you to sit there and just let everything go all to pieces around you and then wait to go to heaven. God says work hard, be a good human being. So this is doing your part as a patriot. It really pays off. So even if we don't succeed, it's okay at the end. We tried really hard. But I have a really strong feeling that America will be better. Then we're going to build things back better. We'll make it better. We'll actually have a real build back better plan, but it won't be like what they're talking about. It'll actually be a real one where we put back together what they messed up, which just puts everything back to normal. And normal is good to me. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank all the new subscribers that's coming in here. Please check out the link with Jim Torma talking to the media press. You'll see who I'm getting my information from. And I've got more stuff to come. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all take it easy and have a good rest of the Sunday. I'm out.